All right, good afternoon. Tuesday, September 21st, 12:05 Eastern Standard Time. Let's do a midday market pulse on these volatile stocks using the 15-minute time frame. So let's dive in. So right now, the market's kind of like in a little bit of a standstill. We had a little bit of a rebound yesterday, which is great. We're not really getting that fully conviction bounce that I'm noticing. And basically, the VIX has come down to 23. Basically, what I'm noticing is that this Evergrande, they're saying it's a non-issue, but a lot of traders are remembering 2008 when they mentioned Lehman Brothers. That also was a non-issue. So I think I see extremely a lot of caution in the marketplace. We're just kind of sensing, is there going to be some more liquidation, or who's going to hold the bag last? So hopefully, let's dive into it. So I'm using the 15 minutes now to look for some trades. There were some trades this morning that you could have taken. I have announced a couple on the chat, but let's look. So the right hand corner, we have the XPX. XPX. Let me zoom in here and just kind of show you what this is like. But the XPX here, we have consolidation I talked about yesterday. We sold off, and I have my alert here for this 4404. If we can break that, then more likely we're going to see the market rally and all the good stocks go up with it. So everything's kind of like we're still having an inside day. This morning, you did have a trade here from 4480 off the 50 day moving average bounce down here. So that was a trade we could have taken. But we did see some strength coming into the marketplace on the 15-minute trade on the 15-minute chart right here with the MACDs going up. So it's kind of short that the bottom was put in. We just need, I think this level is going to get it going right now. So if I look here and we go back, you can see that the NDX, same type of thing. It's the same thing. We're having an inside day, and this 15,160. Let's just round it out. Is going to get it going. So we tried this morning, but it just couldn't. But the MACDs are showing strength, momentum to the upside, as well as the XPX. So if this goes and that goes, or is it gonna sell back down to these lows? The MACDs are showing strength at this moment. So that's the lunch hour. We have to wait for the close to see if it does break through or sell off. Either way, there might be a potential trade to either side. Just keep that in mind, because if we fail, we can test these lows. Remember, all roads lead to the 50. I'm using the 15-minute time frame, but we always go to the 50. The 50 can go either way. We just use the MACD to determine, to give us a little bit of an edge. Which way is it going to go? Right now, we are showing strength, and we are above zero, which is bullish, and we're getting above zero, bullish. Can it hold above zero? That's bullish, and break that resistance, bullish, short period time frame. All right, Russell, same type of thing. It put in a nice double bottom here. The Bears, this is a bear trap. They got caught here. Bear trap here, they got caught. So, and bear trap here, they got caught. Okay, can it hold? Can it bounce? Right now, it's wanting to go, and the retest here on the Russell is 2208. Okay, 2208. But we're showing strength, and can it hold that zero, or is it going to turn down? If it turns, we can retest these lows. Okay. Now, we already got the market posture, right? So we notice that everything's bullish, is trending up for the meantime. We have our resistance levels that we're going to look for to break out. If those break out, who's going to take off first? Well, Google. Here we go. Google is it already broke yesterday's highs, sold off like the rest of the market during this period of time, and they held the 50. So this was a trade that I announced yesterday at the close, because I saw momentum coming in, and I saw that if the markets were going to turn around, this was the one that was going to go further. So here, I think these options are what options did we buy? We bought the 2850 calls for about $4. Those were 8 at the open. Those were sold, and then you can get back into them around $4 again. So again, at the 50. So again, those are working out now. Those are about 570, somewhere in there. So we have a nice little profit on that, and now we're working with just profits. But if this breaks, it's probably going to go, next level up. We're probably looking at this level right here. which is what we have here, this 28.24, and then we got this 28.45. So, got to trade them quick and got to trade them fast. Okay, so I'm not planning on hold. This is a period we don't hold on to them very long. We're just trading them. All right. So Amazon's another one that's holding. I mean, this one had a huge sell off, so it's oversold. Yesterday we saw this same type of action that the indices showed me, and it came back to the 50, bounce off the 50. This was a trade you could have taken today off the zero bounce. If these go, these are going to go. These have been very, very strong and been oversold. Tesla, I announced this one early. Uh, Tesla, we saw momentum coming back in. This was very strong. It was going, going, going. It put in a bottom and it opened up today. So again, this holding this 736. So if you've been following me, you know that 736 is an integral part, and it can probably head back up to probably this 750. Okay, then next level up will probably be the 762. But so far, if the market turns, okay, again, if we get these breakout, is it going to happen? I don't know, but it's a if. If these happen, these are going to ones be the first ones to go. So keep that in mind. All roads lead to the 50. And right now, we want to get into the trades that's close to the 50 or away from the 50 in the opposite direction. So, what I mean by that, if you're away from the 50, you don't want to get into puts. It might work out, but the probability are against you because they're probably going to go back to the 50. Same here. You don't want to chase this. You want to get it into it close to the 50 because more likely it will probably come back to the 50. If it goes, it goes. You lock in your profits and wait for it to come back. ISRG, same type of thing. Showed strength yesterday. It was away from the 50. I said this yesterday at lunch. It was at 112. It's probably going to go to 1,000. It went to 1,000, and it's coming back to the 50, which is 1022. So again, what's going to happen here? That just depends. Depends on what the overall market is going to do. Again, Chipotle. This was a trade I gave yesterday and today. It was close to the 50. It's just lingering, lingering, lingering. This has sold off tremendously. I think that right here, if it breaks this level of 1905, it sold off at 1905 before. But if it goes, it's probably going to go to probably this level here around 1920 and then probably a little higher right up there. But anyway, just trade them when you got them. We got momentum still shifting to the upside. Momentum's going on our side. So again, this Evergrande is on people's mind. Now I'm going to go into basically like usual. Let's go into Apple and let's dive into Apple here. Okay, Apple. Again, we see supply to be sold, supply to be sold. We went to the 50. We didn't get that bounce. Supply to be sold. Now, next level here is this 141. MACDs are still going down. This is the daily chart. We have not broken on the hourly chart here to the right. We were not able. Still, momentum is still going down, and we haven't broken this 145. It's trying to. We're trying to. Is this the bottom for Apple? I don't know. It's trying to. It's probably going to come back to retest this 50 at 148 on the daily charts. On the 15-minute chart, it came back to the 50 and it's looking like to bounce. Same thing as the overall indices of what they're doing. We have a zero bounce. This is a nice little entry if you want to get into, and it's around 144. What's the next level? We're probably looking at this 145.60 area to see how it responds there. But basically, can it break? If it can break here, this 145, again, 145 is probably going to go up to this 145.60. And can it get up to this 148 to retest? But right now, Apple is trading below the 50. Let's see how far can it go. It's this trend has kind of shifted a little bit, but there is demand right at these levels right now. There's supply here at 148, and there's demand at 141 and 142. Let's look at AMC. AMC and GameStop and AMC. Again, we talked yesterday. This is trading below the IVOL, the volume profile. So how low can it go? We're still pretty bullish on the dailies. We're bullish here, but this is declining. It's losing weakness. So again, it is trying to hold. It's not moving. So GameStop above 195 can get it going. And same here on AMC above this $40. What is it? Uh, where are we now? We're at 39. So about this $40 range can get it going. But that's all I have on there. BTC, let's look there. BTC, again, as I said yesterday in the video, it's probably going to come down to this 40. We found demand right at this $40 mark. So on Bitcoin, we found demand. How far can it go? So we have to look at this 50-day moving average, and the 200-day moving average is right there, 45.46. So right in there, how far can it get up there and retest? And this is going to find some supply right in that area. So just a level to consider. Okay. MicroStrategy is going up, same as Bitcoin. We're having an inside day on MicroStrategy. Ethereum have found some demand at 27,2,800 area. MACDs are still going down, same as Bitcoin. So can we get a bounce, or is it going to linger? If it lingers, there might be some more selling to occur, and until we get a confirmed bounce. But I'm not really seeing a reversal in these cryptos at this moment of time. So I want to get into a little bit, which I haven't done before, into the dailies on the XPX and the levels you have to watch if you're trading a little bit more long term. I mentioned this in a private video that I did. If you want access to it, just DM me and I will give you access. But in the private video, I showed you about this potential threat of a head and shoulders pattern. With that being said, let's look here. This is a level on the dailies you have to watch. This 44.35. That's the 50-day moving average. We haven't been able to get above that, and there's 4,400. If we get above 4,400, we're probably going to retest 44.35 and see how the market reacts here. As you can tell, this is potentially could be the right shoulder. We are currently in the midst of the right neckline. So I don't know if this is going to happen. I'm just observing this is happening. The MACDs could turn. We broke below zero, which turns to be bearish. Is it going to come back up, retest, and do a zero bounce as it goes to the 50-day and go lower? Then you want to get prepared if that is the outcome. Okay, Nasdaq, same type of thing. Again, we did find some demand right here for 14,810 or 11, but basically we are below the 50. We are below the 50, so that's alarming. We did find some demand right in here, right? So there's demand, but there's a lot of supply right up here. Same type of thing, and there's another head and shoulder pattern on this. I demonstrated on the video, same video as the XPX, but we're going to be looking at this 15,173, which coincides with the highs of yesterday. Okay, Russell, same type of thing. It is weaker. We're coming to this demand zone, but basically it is below the 50 as well. That's occurring. We're not getting these support bounces. There's a lot of supply, very little demand, supply, a lot of supply, some demand in here, but there's a lot of supply going downward as the MACD demonstrates. This good turnaround. We'll see. It's just a wait and see. Remember, the Fed is going to speak on Friday. Is it already priced in? Will they taper? Will they not taper? Will they delay the taper? Okay, then that can maybe take the markets up. But basically, all right. So what stocks are doing well? Look, Google, as you can tell, it is above the 50-day moving average. As you can tell, why did we take that trade yesterday? Because it bounced off the 50 on the daily chart. So when you combine that with the 15 minutes, will give you a more clear picture of when to take trades. How far is it going to go up? I don't know. The MACDs are still turning, but can this turn? And I already gave you my assessment on that earlier in this video. Again, Amazon is trading below the 50. So again, where is this going to go? You have to look at this 50-day moving average on the daily, which is 34.35. So it can probably go up to retest that if it does rally. But Google is trading again. Amazon's trading below the 50, unlike Google. All right. Tesla, much stronger, is trading above the 50. and we got this demand area of 736, 741. Where can it go? It can go here to 750 and close this gap. After that, we have this 762 area. Okay. So again, could you take a trade to 750 there in the short term? Absolutely. But we are noticing some weakness here. So more likely it'll probably do 750. Again, we need the overall market to help out Google or to help out Tesla. ISRG, again, trading above the 50, and this is why you take those trades. When you know where the dailies are at the 50, you expected this bounce. Doesn't mean you're going to hold on forever, but we're not getting those bounces. Remember, we're not getting those conviction bounces that we want. We're getting these little bounces and then going down. So if the over market changes, and I think it's probably not going to happen until Friday, well, I don't think nobody's going to want to get ahead. This Evergrande deal I think, is a bigger deal. It's bringing a lot of triggers to a lot of traders of 2008 with Lehman Brothers. So keep that in mind and get ready to trade to both sides of the market. CMG, another one that's trading above the 50. Now, I've been talking about this is a lot stronger than a lot of the other stocks I see out there. And basically, we're looking right here. So this is a daily, this 1841. This is why this looks like it could turn. So we're close to zero. This is just a regular pullback on the MACD showing a little bit of weakness as the market went sideways, right? So if the market turns, I think this one's going to be the first one to go. Okay, so keep this on your watch list and trade them as you see it. But there is a lot of demand right around this area, 1850. So how high can it go? It probably is going to go to this supply area of 1930, 1935. So again, um, uh, Apple, we talked about Apple below the 50, as you can tell, bounces weak. Bitcoin and all right, guys, that's all I have, and hope this is helpful. If you like this, press the like button and go get it. All right, guys, see you tomorrow.